Howdy friends, this is PelicanMan bringing you another modern Death and Taxes video. So this week, like last list, we're kind of on the same stuff I've always been on. There are a few exciting things we're testing. There are some things I tested in paper that I wanted to try out. So the first thing, in paper I actually tested a second Lion Sash, and that let me cut Rest in Peace from the board. Today I've got the Rest Pieces back in the board, but cutting the Rest in Pieces right gave me 2 extra sideboard slots, which I used to put the third Drowned Magistrate back in and continue testing the Wandering Emperor, which I'm still interested in. The reason I can afford to run the Rest in Pieces again today is that I've actually made room in the main deck for Mrach of Otherworldly Light, which I've decided is a card I want 2 of in the 75 at the very least. At the very least, like the 2 in the sideboard's been very, very good. So here we are going to test 2 in the main deck and kind of see how that goes, see if it's good enough in the main. Worst case goes back to the board and go back to the old list, but I think it's worth giving it its due because I've decided that I want the 2 in the list. Let's see if it's main deckable and kind of cross that bridge and ask that question right now. I think ideally, the list I would ideally be playing currently would have second Lion Sash and probably the fourth Flickers because there's like 2 flexible slots, but you know, we'll test the Mrach of Otherworldly Light in those 2 slots and see how we go. Otherwise, we have gone back to Batterskull over Shadowspear. My logic behind this is actually kind of a weird one in that I like playing Stone. Like, since playing Hammer, there's a play that I really like in Hammer where you play Stoneforge, you get a Hammer. That's the baseline play. But since Lyrus is being banned, we're running Keldra now. So it kind of forces the opponent to respect the Stoneforge a little more in the fact that it could just turn into a Keldra. So if they don't remove it, sometimes they just get got. So I like the line in taxes now of being able to play a Stoneforge and get something like Eater of Virtue that's like whatever, kill the Stoneforge, or just play an Eater of Virtue regardless. So they ignore the Stoneforge and then we just have a Keldra or Batterskull, you know? So I think I like that line just with Keldra. So I think Batterskull increases, as silly as it sounds, increases our chances to top deck one of these high impact equipment and kind of hide it in our hand. But otherwise, we have access to the Keldra for the wombo combo aggressive lines, and Batterskull's still doing the thing that Shadowspear was doing, of being like a life gain equipment, whatever. The one thing with playing Shadowspear in the last league was that in my mind, equipping it to like Spirited Companion stuff made Spirited Companion a reasonable card. 2 mana to turn this into a 2 lifelink isn't great. I mean, Shadowspear is just kind of good in the deck otherwise, but like we don't really have a lot of like big things that we want to give trample to, so it's not as effective in here as it is in like, you know, all of the Urza Saga decks. If we had Urza Saga, obviously we'd be on it because Saga can find it, but also because Urza Saga makes us those constructs which are pretty good to give lifelink and trample to. So I think I want to test Batterskull again for those reasons. Otherwise, the list is kind of the same. We've got our pretty standard core of 4 Keeper of Runes, 4 Aether Vial. 4 Spirit Companion is core for me. Like, then this would be the Leon and Arbiter slot, the SP Sentinel slot, whatever. 4 Stoneforge, 4 Skyclave, 4 Solitude. We've got the current trend that I'm trying of 3 Thalia, 3 Flickerwisp, where essentially the 4th Flickerwisp is the Cloud Seal Kieran, and the 4th Thalia is like this Lion Sash slot. And then we've got our package of Keldra, Batterskull, Eater of Virtue, and then yeah, the 2 Mrach of Otherworldly Light. That's our 37 spells, and our 23 lands is kind of the same as we've been on. 8 basic planes, 2 Cave of the Frost Dragon. Again, I think the cost of running it's pretty low and the upside is pretty high, especially with the way I play, I think. 1 Flagstone is just better than a Plains, specifically for the Crack the Earth deck, if we ever see that deck. I feel like the second Aganjo has been really good. The first one is obviously free and is like a mainstay, so I want to keep testing the second one just to see if we ever get really punished for it and if the cost is there, because the upside is definitely there. We've got the split of Canopy lands, the Sunbaked Canyon, the Silent Clearing, the Horizon Canopy, and then our colorless lands. 4 Mistress Factory again. I like to be aggressive with taxes, so that's good there. And 2 Field of 1 Tech Edge, just for the kind of land destruction package. And my sideboard's pretty stock standard for me as well. We got 3 Drowned Magistrate, 3 Sanctifier and Vec, 3 Leon and Relic Water, and then 2 Rest in Peace, 2 Bone Forge Tender, and a Singleton Kataki and Singleton Wandering Emperor. Obviously, this Kataki is like essentially a 4th copy of this effect, but being legendary, it's kind of a cute little one-of that'll just like outright win the game. But Leon and Relic Water also flexes into like the Enchantress style matchups or whatever. And otherwise, yeah, this is for Cascade decks and some of the fringe stuff. This is like fair, removal heavy decks, and the Forge Tender's good against Fury and Ragavan. So that is the list, and let's get straight into a league. Alright, we've got an opponent for match number 1, and we get to play first. What is it with one landers? I just keep finding one landers. This is not great. That's much better. Much better. We'll keep and we'll bottom the Caldra. Otherwise, his hand's pretty solid. We're going to lead our favourite Mistress Factory Aethervial, even though we're probably just playing Spirited Companion on 2 rather than attack with Factory. Cavern of Souls naming human. Champion of the Parish. Okay. So we're probably just holding up Mistress Factory as a blocker then. We'll take our Vial up to 1. Oh. I think I just want to do that. Just get rid of this guy. March the Champion of the Parish and pass to our opponent. Kites our freebird. Well, that can't take creatures, so have fun, opponent. Okay. We'll take our Vial up to 2. With Thalia? I was thinking I want to get him with Factory, but I think I'll just play out Thalia instead. So it doesn't do much in this matchup. She's a 2-1 first strike, so that's probably good enough. Meddling Mage. Okay, opponent. And whatever you like. Just vial them in instead. Stoneforge Mystic. That's a reasonable name. They get in for 1 in the air with their cards are freebirder. That is a-okay with me. Alright, let's vial in the Spirited Companion. Draw Solitude. Okay. We will tick our vial up to 3 through a Horizon Canopy. Okay, let's just vial in, take out this Meddling Mage so we can get in with everybody. Alright, Animate Factory, take away the Meddling Mage, get in for 5, and pass back to them. Alright, Cracking Windswept Teeth, Forest, so Collected? No, they can't have Collected Company, I've got Thalia. I think they do have Collected Company, it's just a hunch. Oh, here we go. What are they casting here? It's going to be a Reflector Mage. Probably bouncing Skyclave to make a token. Bouncing Thalia, okay. They still get in with the freebirder, okay. No blocks. The question is if I want to take file up to 4. I think I actually do. So in response to this trigger, I'm going to activate the vial. Skyclave away the Reflector Mage. Take it up to 4 so that we can get this Solitude down soon. Go to combat. We'll attack for 3. I want to play this Thalia again in the hopes that they won't be able to cast Coco. Oh, no, I can't Reflector Mage. I'm an idiot. I should have attacked with the Factory. That's fine. So they do have a Coco in hand. Alright, here it is. What will they find? Okay, Unsettled Mariner and Thalia's Lieutenant. That's not bad. Not bad. Alright, they attack for 2 in the air. That is a-okay. They have 2 cards left in hand, but the Coco is clearly more important, so their cards in hand can't be very good. Question is if I pop the Canopy? I don't think so. Not if I'm planning on basically sacrificing this vial so that it can cast a Solitude. That was a good draw. Alright, the Animate Factory. Play the other Factory. Go to combat and we'll just attack, I guess. Here, here, and here. Right? I think I just want to get rid of this Unsettled Mariner regardless. Yeah, I think I do. Just because it can block these Skyclaves too freely. Alright, let's give up the game. Let's go to game number 2. How do we sideboard as humans? I think Wandering Emperor looks good. And nothing else really looks good, huh? But I kind of want to cut Thalia's. I suppose they're a Coco build, so I'm kind of maybe okay with leaving Thalia's in. Maybe that's fine. We'll just take out like a Cloud Steel Kira in here. Because they do have Reflector Mages and stuff, so we're not going to win the game with that. I think we can keep this. It's a 1-lander, but it does have double Vial, and they don't really have interaction for 8th Vial. They've got a turn 1 Noble. Okay. Well, we drew a land anyway. So lucky. So I could have marched the Noble, but it would have cost me a card in hand and meant I wouldn't have gotten a Vial down. Alright, Champion of the Parish. I think it's also worth noting that, like, Nobles aren't particularly scary. They don't have a land drop, though. Interesting. So if I get rid of the Nobles, they have no mana. I kind of like that, so let's march 1. And I'm going to Solitude the other. I think I pitch Thalia? This might seem loose, but they kept a 1-lander, so this might be good enough. We can Skyclave that Champion of the Parish next turn. They found a 2nd land, so that's not good for us. And they have Unsettled Mariner. Okay. Maybe we'll get punished for our choices there. Let's take this file up to 2. Field of Ruins, interesting. I think I am just going to... I'm not Skyclaving this turn, so I'm just going to Field of Ruin just to take away their 5-color land and kind of test their basics. Unsettled Mariner works for the lands too. That's pretty rude. Okay. I messed up. Man, I should have read this card, huh? It's really weird. I thought it was a tribal thing, like that it only affected things that are the same creature type. Get out of here with your Unsettled Mariner's opponent. Yep, get in for 6. That is fine. They still haven't found a third land, so that's cool. And we found a Batterskull, which would be way better if we hadn't just thrown away a land for no reason. Let's play out a Vial. We'll pass. Their plan is to Skyclave away the champion and ambush a Mariner. Alright, they found a third lander. This is their basic planes. Don't have another unsettled Mariner, you savage. Lavinia. That's fine. That's so fine, opponent. They go to combat. They attack with all of their creatures. Okay. File. Skyclave. Take out this guy. What is this? Is it Path to Exile? I'm kind of okay with that, honestly. Ramping me towards my Batterskull. And they don't get a 1/1 because they've sequenced it poorly. So the leave the battlefield trigger is resolving before the ends the battlefield trigger. If they let it the ends of battlefield trigger resolve, they would have gotten a 1/1 because the champion would have been exiled to it. Alright. That is a-okay, opponent. We take 4. Go to 7, so we're close to dead. But we have to 8th Vial, so feeling good. I'm going to leave this Vial on 3 for now. Okay, Horizon Canopy. So let's play out the Batterskull. If they have Reflector Mage, we kind of lose, but that's one of the few punishes. They only have 1 card in hand. Triple white for a human. Adeline? That's fine. Batterskull can beat Adeline. They attack with nothing. We like that. So I have 5 mana, so I am just going to leave this Vial on 3, because if I draw Solitude, I can just cast it. No, but we will take this other one up to 2. Draw Thalia. Just going to pop this Horizon Canopy now, see what we find. Skyclave's good. Vial in the Skyclave. Alright, we're going to take out Adeline, paying for all the unsettled Mariners. Alright, go to combat. Attack with Batterskull. If they want to double block and trade, that is final, gain 4 life and they lose 2 creatures. Yep, they're not willing to do that, so we're looking pretty good here. Okay, I probably should have vialed in the Thalia, because if they have Coco now, I'm in trouble. Okay, spot Canopy. That is a-okay. Is this Kai'Sa Freebooter? Sure. Even though they can't take it, I'm just going to vial in my Thalia now. Alright, let's keep up the match. That is match number 1 to us. Let's move on to match number 2. Alright, match number 2. We've lost the die roll, but this hand is capable. 2 lands, 8th Vial, Doggeroni. Seems good. No opponents led Flooded Strand. We kind of like to see that. We'll play the factory turn 1, because why not? They fetch Rogran Triumph. Okay. So it's either 4-color bullshit, or maybe Jeskai control. Hull of the Storm Giants is probably control. We're about that. We're about that. Because they have Rogran Triumph. Should I be scared of red spell? Well, we're playing Cave. I'm not going to be scared of red spell, and we'll just get in for 2. I just don't want to get a spell counted here, and the 2 damage is probably going to be relevant. Because if they're going to do nothing, I'm just going to chill with this 8th Vial, honestly. I will make them blink first. That's a good draw. Potentially snipe a Snapcaster out of the air. Like if they try and Snapcast or something, I can Vial in Lion's Sash and eat the thing out of their bin. They just let me get it too. That's kind of cool. They revealed Kihira, so they are a control deck. I feel like the game doesn't give me enough notice that my opponent reveals a companion. Archmage Charm my 8th Vial. Alright, let's use Vial to drop Lion's Sash. Now, do I want to like march my Vial? Probably not. They can have a Vial. They tick it up to 3? I suppose they have Kihira, so they can't have Snapcasters. That is a thing. Let's take their Flooded Strand. Grow the Lion Sash. Solitude's kind of cool. Alright, let's animate the factory again. Go to combat. Get in for 4. They also take that. Okay. Let's play another Vial, I guess. If they want to counter it, I don't really care. Yeah, that's fine. Alright, their / our Vial is sticking up to 4. Okay, this is going to do some Solitude bullshit, huh? Which they've got 5 mana now anyway. Teferi, Hero of Dominaria. That is fine, I think. What do you want to do with that Teferi? Just going to draw a card? Okay. Question is, I want to march this Vial before they untap 2 lands. I think I'm allowed to untap. Let's eat that Flooded Strand with our Lion Sash. Alright, untap. We found a land. That's kind of cool. Let's animate factory. I'm just going to attack them, I think. I don't know that I care about Teferi, because I put them to 5. Okay. And I guess I'm going to march the Vial now. Yeah, let's do that. Let's do that. So if they want to counter this, that's also kind of okay. Yeah, they just let it go. Okay. Pass it back. It's very almost has to down tick on line touch. Apparently not. Apparently not at all. Okay. They've suspended an Ancestral Vision. Let us eat our Aether Vial. What do we draw? Cloud Steel Kieran. What do I want to do? Suppose still animating Mistress Factory is good. Go to combat, attack them with both. They're probably going to hardcast the Solitude here. Or can they animate Hall? No. Okay. Ottawara? Okay. They Ottawara the Lion Sash. You take 2 and go to 3. So I could redeploy Sash or I could play Spirited Companion. I like Spirited Companion. If I draw a land, I'll just redeploy the Sash anyway. Oh, they're spending a counterspell on Spirited Companion. That must feel good for your opponent. Pass back. Alright, so they're uptaking the Teferi again. Their Ancestral's got, what, 3 counters left on it? Breeding Pool. Okay. I guess for Prismatic Ending? We drew Aether Vial. Our opponent is on 3. Let's just animate Factory to start with and see what happens. Attack them down to 1. Alright, they go to 1. Now what? Do I play Lion Sash? Or do I play like Cloud Steel Kieran? I just want to play Sash and Vial. Start with the Vial. Alright, and the Lion Sash. They're drawing 2 cards. Okay. Now what? They found the counterspell? Okay. Ugh. All their counterspells are mismatched so far. Okay. So they can animate Hall the Storm Giants. Teferi Time Raveler? Sure, probably bouncing Aether Vial. Yep. If I draw a land, I'm probably just animating Cave and trying to kill them with that. Can they still animate their Hall? No. So I didn't find a land, so I just animate Factory and attack them and see what happens, I guess. Factory is alive. Attack them. See what happens. They've got something. Oh, this is their Solitude. Yeah, not a huge fan of that. Ah, and I can't cast my own Solitude because they have Teferi Time Raveler. Okay, sure thing. Let's play Skyclave, take out Teferi Time Raveler, and pass it there. We're in trouble now. Alright, they're attacking with Solitude. I've kind of just got to Solitude their Solitude. Still gains them life, but gets their attacker off the board at least. They don't emblem their Teferi. It's very brave. Suspend another Ancestral. Alright, we are in danger here. And their Hall of Storm Giants is able to block, so that's not great. There's the freaking land to animate Cave the Frost Dragon. I just have to try and draw something here. Thalia is not good enough. Whatever, we'll play the Vial, we'll play the Thalia, and just pass. So they're going to draw a bunch of cards with Ancestral. The Teferi's going to all... Got a Solitude. Yeah, this game. Let's not waste time here. Going to Sideboard. Kind of don't want any of this crap, huh? Except for, like, Wandering Emperor. That's probably over the Cloud Steel Kieran, I want to say. Or, like, maybe just the Eater of Virtue. I don't hate Cloud Steel Kieran, it's just like a 3-drop, you know? Let's just bring it in over Giver of Runes and say that's good enough. Alright, let's take the play. Show me an Aether Vial. Alright, we keep these. Double Thalia Aether Vial. It's pretty nice. They might just pending this Vial, but then we just get to like resolve Thalia anyway, so kind of okay with that. It's shocking how I found this is almost... Oh no, suspend Ancestral. Wow, okay. Okay, opponent. I took Vial up to 2. We found Field of Ruin. That's whatever. I could have played it to save life, but let's play the white lands because Lion Sash, I guess. Thalia and pass. Flooded Strand. It looks like they're trying a Prismatic Ending, but they forgot Thalia exists. Which means maybe they'll just pending the Thalia instead. Nope, still going off to the 8th file. Okay. Alright, my turn. What do we draw? Stoneforge? I'll take a Stoneforge. We're going to get Kaldra and force them to deal with their Stoneforge, I believe. We could just get Batterskull, but I'm just going to get Kaldra. Yeah, why not? Why not? Alright, attack them for 2, and pass to them, see what they are up to. Wow, they're evoking a Solitude to take out my Stoneforge, probably. Yep, they're very scared of Kaldra. That is reasonable, and they're just passing through their turn. That is a-okay. Well, Mistress Factory is a good pickup, but I think I just want to play this Flicker Wisp. Flicker the Factory, because why not? And they just get in for 2 with Thalia. They did miss a land drop, so that's something. But they are going to draw 3 cards, like, next turn? Yeah, next turn. Still no land drop, okay. We found a land. So I can Field of Ruin and still animate Factory. So that is what I'm going to do. Just like take double blue away from them. So we're going to make this mana go out of their pool. We're going to move into our beginning of combat. Just while the factory is not active. Now the mana's gone, we'll animate Factory. Go to combat. Attack them for 7. Evoking another Solitude. Okay. What is this one going for? The Thalia. Sure. It could have played this Thalia post-combat. That would be gas. They go to 9. And we just pass 10. So they get to draw a bunch. They've missed land drops for enough turns that we might be okay here. We're getting close to hardcasting Keldra. It's Fairy Time Raveler, yeah. Probably bouncing Wisp. Yep. My turn. We are almost definitely killing that Teferi. Or we could play Wisp and Thalia. Kind of like just playing Wisp and Thalia. Yeah, let's do that while they're tapped out. Just whatever. Choose a Plains to flicker and pass. Castle Unveil, sure. What they got? Pending, maybe, for the Thalia. Yep. And Spreading Seas my Factory, sure. Question is whether I kill Teferi or not. I don't think I do. So I could flicker the Seas and get in with Factory. That puts them to 3. Even though it draws on the card, I kind of like that. Kind of forces them to act. Let's do that. Even though it will draw them a card when it comes back. I could play the Factory, but then I wouldn't get to attack this turn. I don't know what I just targeted there. Did I target Spreading Seas? Yes, good. Okay. Animate Factory. Go to combat. Attack them for 5. Putting them to 3. Alright. So the Spreading Seas comes back. That'll, yeah, go back on the Factory. That's expected. But they kind of have to act here. And if we draw a land, we can hardcast Keldra. Looks like they're just passing back and I have 2 lethal attackers. So let's see what they're up to. Do I just attack them with both? If they Solitude one, they can't block the other. Yeah. They might have a Verdict. Yep, they've got a Verdict. Okay. I'm just going to cast a Solitude here while they're tapped out, essentially. Alright, here's another lethal threat opponent. What have you got? Teferi's upticking, which isn't a good sign. They play Might Speed at Activate Ardenvale. Cloud Securing is not the draw we were looking for. A land would have been the draw we were looking for. Let's go to combat and see if Ardenvale is their plan. This looks like an Ardenvale activation. Yep, right, there's the chump block. We'll gain 3. Post-combat, we'll just play out Cloudsteel Kieran, I guess. And pass it there. Alright, they fetch themselves down to 2. Which makes my Mistress Factory scary again, I think. Okay, 5 minutes Fairy's not that scary. It's upticking. Upticking to Fairy Time Raveler. So what is this, another Verdict maybe? I draw a land for Keldra though, I think we're fine. Show me a land. Land. Untapped land, not cave. Don't show me Cave of the Frost Dragon. Okay, Mistress Factory. Let's go. I can't think of what they might have that could possibly deal with this Keldra and deal with the board, so let's go. Ooh, Cryptic Command. That is a good one. Okay, man. So rude. And Supreme Verdict. Okay. They are on 2, and I do have a Mistress Factory, though. They're fetching down to 1. Okay. They untap 2, so they can make 1 token. I guess I start with Spirited Companion, see what I draw. Tectonic Edge. Alright, let's Tech Edge their Ardenvale. Force them to use it here. Alright, now let's move into combat. See if they want to use this mana for something. They don't. Okay, let's animate Factory and see what they've got. Got something. Cryptic to tap my team again? Sure. I believe... Did I make a land drop this turn? Whatever, let's draw a card now. I don't think they can punish us for drawing it here. We have made a land drop, so okay. Last turn. Alright, they bounce Spirited Companion, which I'm okay with. I'm happy to draw an extra card. They suspend Ancestral, and we might be okay here. Yeah, they stabilize on 1 life, that's just savage. 8th Vials, whatever, so let's start with Spirited Companion. We draw Giver of Runes. Okay, doesn't do anything. Let's animate Factory and see what they got. Oh, what's that if they have Solitude? Not much I can do if they have Solitude, huh? Jeez, there it is. Alright. Oh, clever. They're taking out the Spirited Companion. They're going to block the Mistress Factory. Okay, let's play out the 8th Vial and see if they've got anything for that. Alright, and we'll just play out the Giver of Runes because it is a lethal threat. Okay, they counterspell Giver of Runes. Sure thing. Oh, they're on 4 life now. Both fairies tick up. A Prismatic ending my Vial, which I don't care about. Fetch down to 3. Solitude, man. What a crazy card. What do we draw? Ooh, I think I just play the Wandering Emperor and make it 2/2. Or I could just play out Solitude. Let's make a 2/2. Unless they have a counterspell. Don't do it. You suck, opponent. Whatever. We drew Stoneforge. But now, I don't think they're going to ult this idiot yet, but it doesn't really matter. Which sucks, because this should be a somewhat favourable matchup. I normally like versing like these blue-white control decks. Right, just tick up all its fairies opponent. Why not? They buy Kahira. Okay. Want to play your Kahira? They do. Okay. Interesting. Ganjo. We're going to Solitude their Kahira and hope that they don't have another counterspell. Oh, that worked. Although they're just going to get to butts with the Solitude anyway, with all their idiots. I don't think there's any point playing a Ganjo here. Is this Scry 2? Sure. Alright, they make that Fairy Emblem, so they're going to bounce some shit with this and draw a card and do some shit. Yep. This sucks. I don't even know what I can draw at this point. Wandering Emperor is definitely one of my better draws. Alright, we'll play out an Aganjo, we'll play our Stoneforge. God, they've got 6 cards in hand. Yeah, whatever, opponent. I'm over it. Let's go to match number 3. Alright, we've got an opponent for match number 3. We are on the draw. Why not? We'll keep this. They also keep a 7. Tapped Sacred Foundry. I don't know what that means. But I'm just going to play Giver of Runes, I guess. And pass. What? Not only did they follow up their Sacred Foundry with a Misty Rainforest, but they're pitching Solitude to get rid of my Giver of Runes? Okay, opponent. Okay. You're on some shit, I get it. Mistress Factory and go. You scary person. What do they fetch here? If it's like the Sultai Triome, it's Ketria Triome. Okay. Unless they need this, like, cast, like, Renin 6 or some shit now. Or do nothing, I guess? What the fuck? Cave of the Frost Dragon. That's pretty rude. Whatever. We'll play Cloud Silk Kieran. Flickers has no value right now. Their opponent is fetching. For an island, is this Counterspell? I'm sick of Counterspell. What a stupid card. Not that I care. This thing's whatever. Counter away. Is this going to be fucking Money Pile? This is Money Pile. Just buying Yorion? Okay. Oh, another factory's cool. I'm gonna... Hold on. If I play Tech Edge and Flicker so I can Tech Edge them in my end step, right? I think that's how that works. I've been told that's how that works. There was, yeah, a video recently where I tried to do this and failed miserably, but it's because I didn't have this end step stop, apparently. Hey, okay. Yeah, just get rid of the Triumph. Because now they have a really dopey looking mana base, so, like, the base, but oh, get out of it. Just immediately have a fetch land to, like, find whatever land makes this look not garbage. I think yeah, I still just want to animate Factor and get in for 5. I could have played this and got in for 6, but I think I'm playing this anyway, but I want to play the Thalia. Do you have another counterspell, opponent? Don't you fucking dare. No? Tap for Ogryn. Okay. They're just getting some sweet F6 value, I guess. It's just going to be a Yorion for shits and gigs. Fuck off. Stupid fucking Fury. What a stupid card. Oh, yeah, you're so talented, opponent. Go fuck yourself. Alright, I've got my own elemental. Get out of here. Okay. They're not missing land drops, that's for sure. Ragavan. On to my turn. I'm just going to play this Cave of the Frost Dragon, I suppose. I'm going to animate both factories. If they want to trade with any of my creatures, that is fine. They're fetching. Don't let this be a hardcast Solitude. Just don't have everything, you know? They've got 2 cards in hand. If it is literally Solitude Yorion, I'm going to be real sad. Because we know one of them's Yorion. Get fucked. What the fuck, opponent? Must be nice. They're just letting it all through? Okay. I'll play the Giver. Force them to deal with this. Or just trade for Ragavan, I suppose. If they get in with both, I am just going to trade this here. If they want to Yorion and kill my Solitude, I'm kind of just okay with that. Okay, Solitude's back. They're going to Solitude my Solitude. And I'm just going to draw good and get out of this stupid board state. Hey, that's a pretty good one. Alright, Solitude their Yorion. And if they want to attack with their Solitude, I'll trade. If they don't, then I will attack and try and trade. Okay. We trade off Solitudes. Nice. Do they have a follow-up? Spreading Seas my cave. Sure. Okay. Yeah, they're just chaining cantrips. Alright, on to my turn. Stoneforge is a good one. I'm going to force them to have it here, and oh, do I get Lion Sash? I was going to say, I'm going to get Caldera, but Lion Sash might just be better. How many lands have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm 2 lands away from hard casting Caldera. So I might actually just get Batter Skull then, because I can hardcast that. Let's animate Factory, get in for 2, be aggressive, and just play this at the ball. And pass. Dashing in a Ragavan, huh? I will trade my Stoneforge for that Ragavan. So I'm just going to hardcast this Batter Skull. What have they got as a follow-up? Ice Fang Codal. It does have Death Touch. That is fine. Played its Sorcery Speed though for some reason. And they drew a fucking Ren and 6 to follow it up. Alright. Must be nice to just rip good, huh? Alright, let's tick our 8th Vial up. Alright, I'll just hardcast a Batter Skull, I guess. And pass the turn. That is Cycle a Ketru Terrain. That is acceptable. Man, I wish I got Lion Sash now, huh? They fucking rip Ren after I choose to not get Lion Sash. Alright, back to me. Let's tick Vial up. Solitude's a good one. Yeah, let's just Solitude away their Ice Fang right now. And we are just going to threaten their Ren, I suppose. Okay, they fetch a Breeding Pool. What is this? No, cycling the Triumph again. Sure thing. Ugh. I'm not rebuy a fetch. Okay, they're going to gain some fucking life. You're going to fetch again a bunch of mana. They now have exactly 1 bajillion mana. Yep, just chaining cantrips again. Memory Deluge. That's not fun. And they're just passing back to us, huh? Alright. File up to 3. Ganjo. Ooh. I think I want to take advantage of Ganjo. Alright, let's go to combat. Threaten the Ren with Factory. Attack them with my 2 life linkers. Come on, take the bait. Because this... What can you have at flash before? Oh, another Memory Deluge. Okay, so they're looking for a pitch elemental here, I suppose. Okay, they are blocking with their Omnath on my Mishra's Factory. So I will murder that with an Ganjo. Then they'll take 7, I'll gain 7. Nice. And back to them. And here comes the backup Omnath. Yep, because of course they have a backup Omnath. Yeah, if they get to gain 4 life, make exactly 1 bajillion more mana. Prismatic Ending for 5 to take care of my Batter Skull. Okay. Alright, they hit me with Ragavan. Well done. Are you kidding me? They find a fucking Solitude and they can cast it? I mean, you might as well Solitude my Solitude opponent. Go on. What a stupid deck. Alright, Vial can stay on 3, I guess. Skyclave. Well, I fucking have to, huh? Probably could have vialed it in, but let's go away, Omnath. Yeah, I really should have vialed that in, huh? Suppose I'll attack them. Do you want to trade opponent? Okay. Pass the turn. Spreading Seas my Mishra's Factory. Okay. Well, on the plus side, my opponent's clock's getting pretty low. And I'm on 37. What is this? Ending for 3 on my Skyclave. Sure. Why not? Yep, they attack for 5. They get a treasure. They get my top card. I wouldn't have minded that Stoneforge Mystic deck. What the fuck? Alright, back to me. They choose not to cast the Stoneforge. I'll play a Doggo. What do we draw? Plains. Okay, let's draw a card. Flicker Wisp, huh? Yeah, let's use that Flicker Wisp, huh? Alright, Flicker Wisp. Flicker my Solitude. Alright, go to the end step. And we'll Solitude the 4/4. What is this? What is this? Got your own Solitude there, bud? Oh, Memory Deluge. Okay. Alright, they can have a turn now. Expressive Iteration. Oh, they found an Unholy Heat. That's not good for us. I mean, it's probably Ren down tick on the Flick Wisp and Unholy Heat the Solitude, if I was to guess. Yep. Yep. There's another Ren and 6, probably killing my Doggo. Yep. And attacking me with Ragavan. Cool. Oh, come on. My deck doesn't have that many good cards in it. Why do you keep hitting the good ones? Well, they're nearly down to 10 minutes on clock. That is our hope of winning this match now. Because they're just doing some shit over there. Yeah, it's fairy, whatever. Cool. Sport say it's a little obnoxious. Like, what's this long line of shit, huh? Skyclave Apparition? I'm just gonna pass, I guess. I've got a Vial in 3. I will see what they want to do, I guess. Because I might just Skyclave the Ragavan and eat the Spirited Companion. Just take away their ability to threaten my life total. Although a Flicker Wisp would be good for this Doggo, so maybe I'll just let the Doggo hang. Alright, here's Skyclave. Take out the Ragavan. Maybe I won't block the Doggo, because I don't want Ren to just be able to kill my Skyclave. That is a good Ren. If the Terry wants to bounce my Skyclave, that's also good for me. Plus I'm on 30 life. I'm not scared of my Doggo. Oh, here's Omnath. Where have you been all game, huh? I've missed you. Oh, Jesus. Oh my god. The board is just flip-flopping all over the place. Jesus Christ. They fetch shock? That's pretty savage. I suppose they're gaining 4 life, so it's whatever. They have 5 cards in hand again. Don't know when exactly that happened, but that's cool. This game is literally just burn the clock. I don't know why his sorcery's beating this Solitude, but okay. Nice 1/1. Yo, this point maybe we can deck them, huh? We do have more cards in the library than them. Giver of Runes, nice, we'll play that. This blocks Doggo. Actually, probably blocks this, because I still want to be able to Flicker Wisp this. Their opponent only has 8 minutes left. Oh, it's Fairy Bounce, sure. Sure, opponent. Yeah, we take 9. That is acceptable. Still a few turns from dying. Ooh, let's just kill this, I suppose. Goodbye, Omnath. You were the worst. Oh, counterspell. Of course they have counterspell. Why wouldn't they? Giver and pass. They've stopped in my combat to Ottawara my Giver runes. Okay. You're sure doing it, opponent. Binding Growth, sure. Ooh, Vrenry by the Ottawara. That's cute. We'll again take 9, go to 13. That is fine. You have 7 minutes on clock, opponent. And you're casting Expressive Iteration? Okay. You're just burning clock at this point. I don't know what you're hoping to find that does anything here. Sure, Enigma Vial, go on. Like, you need to put 4 more power into play here. No? Okay. Mistress Factory, Giver Runes, and pass. Spreading Seas my factory. Well, I'll animate that in response. I don't know what happens here, but let's find out. It is still a 2/2. That's cool. Okay, bounce my Giver. They have 6 minutes left on clock. It just attack with Omnath? Okay. That means there are still 2 more turns of combat you need to get through to kill me. Sure, Aetherval, why not? I don't know there's much point keeping all of this in, so I'm just gonna cut you back in when the game's over. Okay, so they attacked me down to 1 because they flashed in their Solitude in the end step. Immediately after I said that I was going to like just cut out all the nonsense, which I might still do in editing or I might be too lazy to do. And they finished me off with a Ren 6 ping, so... But they've got less than 5 minutes on clock, so that's cool. Fortune is coming for Furies. I don't think Sanctifier's coming, but they might. Drown of the Soul, whatever. Kataki's whatever. Rips, whatever. Relic whatever. Wandering Emperor's probably good. What do I cut? Probably Thalia. Yeah, probably Thalia. Probably Wisp as well, honestly. Everything else, it's fine. Maybe Wisp wants to stay in, actually, even though it dies to Ren and 6. Like, I don't want Kieran. I don't need 4 Vial. Then when it gets Eater Virtue, and I'll just bring the Sanctifiers for the hell of it. Why not? Let's go with that. Alright, we're on the player. Opponent has 5 minutes on clock. We just have to stall them here. I'm not even going to bother trying to actually kill them. This is a cool hand, though. Give her into Stoneforge. What are the chances they have a pitch elemental that can deal with that, huh? Mulligan to 6 cards. Good to know. Giver and go. Tapped Rogrunt Triumph. That's good for us. Oh, looks like they're thinking about pitching. No? Okay. Gets untapped with Giver. Love to see it. Play Stoneforge. I think I still get Calendar even though Prismatic Ending's a thing. And Solitude. Misty and Fetch, huh? Basic Forest. Undergrowth, sure. Pending the Giver. I'm gonna pro-red the Stoneforge here because if... Oh, they got Solitude in. I was gonna say if they have Solitude, they'll Solitude the Germ, so it doesn't really matter. That's fine, opponent. Put all your triggers on the stack. We do a land. I am just gonna play out this Skyclave and eat their Abundant Growth. Spreading Seas, my Mishra's fact. And then a tap Steam Vents. Okay. Well, we got a bunch of Canopy lands, I suppose. I think I just want to pop one in case I draw a 2-drop. Nice. Post Combat Giver Runes. And pass. Opponent is F6ing very aggressively to try and keep their clock alive here. They got Omnath, Rotro. I'm gonna pop a Canopy land here, hoping to draw a white card. Okay, pass to them. We've got Ren, that is fine. Alright, they're getting Omnath triggers. They've got 3 minutes to kill me. Tapped Hallowed Fountain, sure. They buy Yorion, okay. Omnath chooses not to attack, that is certainly a choice. Mrach of Otherworldly Light, huh? Do I just pitch that to the Solitude? Well, let's see what our opponent does. They're probably casting Urine and trying to flicker their Omnath, and I'll just Solitude in a response. Expressive Iteration. I'm just gonna march the Ren now, I guess. Oh, I can't march the... yeah. I'm just gonna get rid of that Omnath so they can't have access to the mana. They have Counterspell? Shit, alright. Have fun, opponent. You have 2 minutes on clock. I am keeping track for you. Alright, they found a Misty, so they're gonna get 1 bajillion mana again. Ooh, they're shocking. That's not good for us. They're taking out the Giver runes, so I'm going to protect my Skyclave in response. For white, I guess. Okay, my turn. What do we draw? Doggo! I shouldn't have played my land. That's alright. What do I draw? Mishra's Factory. Yeah, I definitely shouldn't have played my land. That was a mistake. That is fine. Alright, pass to them. Alright, they shoot down the Doggo. They gain 4 life, add a bajillion mana. I will trade my Skyclave for Solitude if my opponent offers. They do not offer a trade. They just bully me. They attack for 7, that is fine. They've got a minute left. This might actually be close. Is this going to be Yorion? Yep. Okay. Okay, Omnath comes back. Spreading Seas comes back. They draw some cards. I found a Sanctifier. That's kind of cool. Sanctifier and pass. And we've got Factory in play. Our opponent has 30 seconds on the clock. Teferi's not fun. Sure, Teferi bounce Sanctifier. Opponent has 13 seconds on the. Alright, they attack with everything. So if I play Keldner, so it's at 7, 8, that's 12. So yeah, let's animate Factory. Trade with Solitude here. Opponent has 8 seconds on the clock. Oh, we drew Baron and Forge Tender. That's kind of cool. Our opponent has 7 seconds on the clock. Play Sanctifier and pass. They've got 2, 0. We win! Suck an egg, 4-color money pile. That is gasoline. Let's go. That was, what, match 3, I think? I don't know. Let's go to the next match. Alrighty, we've got an opponent for match number 4. We get to go on the play for the first time ever on Magic Online ever while we've been playing Death and Taxes. This hand is cool. I will keep. And I just want to defend myself in that last match. If anyone's like, if anyone thinks that like playing to the clock makes, is a dodgy way to try and win, but I'm just really sick of 4-color money pile as a deck. So if I get to beat them by them dirtling, then I will. Same with Tron, like, their decks are dumb and they deserve to lose if they can't win before the clock runs out. It's something that frustrates me a little bit on Magic Online, which you might notice if you ever pay attention to when my opponent has upkeep stops on me and just sits there in my upkeep for minutes at a time, which was like, it's definitely a thing in my older videos. But it's just really frustrating having an opponent tank and do nothing and waste like so much of both of their clocks that like it annoys me so much that if they lose the game because of it, then I'm all about it. And I just forgot to vial in my Giver rune, so that's on me. We will take vial up because we want to put the Doggo into play. Never punish. Let's just play the Giver runes. I don't want to animate my Factory here though, because I'm kind of scared. It looks like they're going to use removal in response to Giver. And Holy Heat the Thalia. Sure. This lets me attack with my Factory. But yeah, like opponents tanking and just like wasting time, Like, sure, you don't need to be fully dedicated to Magic Online when you're playing, but it is frustrating to have games stall out because the opponent is just, like, not giving it their full attention. And if they use up, like, my point is, if they use up enough of their clock that, like, they lose to it, then they've wasted enough of my time that I'm willing to win that way. Drawing a response to the thoughts is just in... I think we could have let them take Spirited Companion, but I don't think they were going to anyway. So maybe there was a reason to let them see it, so they can potentially take what we drew off of it. I don't know. They just take Flickwisp. That's smart. But as far as I'm concerned, 4-color Mighty Pile is one of the worst culprits for it. Because their deck is just so dirtly and, like, full of just so many, like, gross spells that, like, if they're going to dirtle and not win on time, then that's on them, not on me. And I will happily take the victory for them doing that. Let's animate Factory. We'll get in for 3. Let's get in for 4. Giver runes ain't protecting shit here. Maybe I want to protect the Skyclave. Yeah, let's pretend we want to protect the Skyclave. Just get in for 3. They're probably Shadow, so attacking them's maybe not the smartest, but if they play Shadow, I'll just Skyclave it. Is my logic there. They currently don't have the mana or the cards engraved to escape that Croxer. And even if they do, I'll just Skyclave it, which is cool. Expressive Iteration is fine. If they do nothing, I'll probably pop this Sunbaked Canyon and just cast a draw like a Flickwisp or a Cloud Silk here specifically. Like, I'm not needing to play like all, like get up to 5 lands and Hardcast Batterskulls in this matchup, I don't think. Okay, so they found Darcy with their Expressive Iteration, they're fetching, probably shocking and putting that Darcy into play. No, okay. So I think that Darcy's definitely an exile, right? Ah, so they just kind of whiffed on that Expressive Iteration then, I guess. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's not lethal with the Skyclave, so I don't think I'm going to do it. Let's see what we draw. Ganja, huh? Yeah, I think my opponent's just got stuff that Skyclave wants to eat, so I'm just not going to. Ooh, doggo. Well, let's go. And we drew a land, so we get to keep this Aganjo in hand. And let's get in for 3. Our opponent takes down to 5, and we'll pass back to them. Ooh, Kaito Shizuki, huh? Okay. Creating a 1/1 blue ninja. A fetch land. So he's trying to phase out, so I'm just going to eat it with a Skyclave. Okay. Alright, they're fetching. That's brave. Get an untapped watery grave. That's basically a concession, right? I don't... Fatal push target giver of runes. Oh, okay. Pro-red the Skyclave, I guess. If they have a Holy Heat, that's fine. So they get a 3/3. My turn. Let's leave Vial on 3, because Flick Wisp is definitely lethal. Stoneforge is pretty good. We can Croxa. I think I want a Stoneforge. They have 1 card in hand, so by Stoneforge you get like Caldra, right? Lion Sash? Get Lion Sash and just eat the Croxa? Seems good, right? Eat the Croxa. And pass it back to them, I think. Do we attack? No. What does an attack do? They eat this, they trade here. That doesn't seem good. Let's not attack. They're doing something. Okay, they're casting a Darcy. That is fine. If they don't have removal spell, this Lion's actually just going to be really good. Just passing. Vile can stay on 3. Solitude, huh? So if I attack all out, what happens? They take 1. If I attack with Factory... Yeah, I think I just want to attack with Factory as well. And just, like, see how they want to block. Dress down. Well, let's just, grow our Sash, I suppose. So how big is it now? 4/4. So they can't trade with them. They need to, like... Well, they're dead, right? They have to draw something good. So they block 3. They take... Yeah, they take 2. So I'm just going to let this happen because I want to be able to eat that dress down out of their graveyard during their turn to shrink their Darcy back down. Alrighty, we got there. Let's go to sideboarding. So we definitely want Forge Centers, even though they have Fatal Push. We definitely want Sanctifiers. Rest in Peace seemed fine as well. And then maybe Wanderer was bad. I suppose Flick Wisp is whatever. Skyclaves and Marches are good. Probably don't need Batterskull. Thalias are iffy. Say we might want to cut them. The Kieran, and then like probably an Aether Vial. Let's go with that. This hand's dope. We're going to keep. Our opponent's got Giganta as their companion. Didn't realize that last game. I need to pay more attention to the companion zone. Or we just need to get rid of it. One or the other. One or the other. So we'll keep this hand. It is a little land heavy, but they might be basic light, so I might actually be able to punish them with these. They mulligan to 6. They have a Bauble. They have a Bauble. They have a... Sheesh, alright. No wonder they kept. Their hand could be anything. And they still just, like, fetched blind? Like, oh, they're casting Thoughts. Okay, okay. Take my Forge Tender. It's crazy that, like, they could have the information of what's on top of their deck right now. They know what's on top of my deck, but they could also know what's on top of their own deck right now. So they can know, like, you know, maybe there's a Fatal Push or something, whether this Forge Tender is irrelevant. Targeting me again with a Bauble, even though they know the card that I'm about to draw already. It's literally a waste. Okay, now it makes sense to target me, because you don't know what this next card is. Got a lot of lands, for what that's worth. May I have my turn now, opponent? Thank you. There should be a way to punish Mishra's Bauble, you know? I don't think Mishra's Bauble is great, just like half the other shit in the format, but like, there should be a way to punish all these turn 0 Baubles, like, I don't know, a way to make them not draw somehow, to punish them for like playing Baubles in this like non-artifact deck, like a Leyline kind of Spirit of the Labyrinth type thing or something. Like, Arjo is a cool draw. My opponent knows about it though, so that's not cool. I think I just get Batterskull, because I will be able to hardcast it soon. Yeah, let's get Batterskull. I mean, they might be able to kill it, which would suck, but oh well. Can't imagine they have any flash creature I'm scared of here. Maybe I should have left it back to block a Dash Ragavan, though. Do we see Death Shadows last game? They're almost definitely Death Shadow, right? They've got to be Death Shadow. So maybe attacking them isn't the smartest. They fetch for an untapped Watery Grave. Do they have a thing? Drown the Lock would suck. Don't do it to them. Can they Drown the Lock? Is it like kill 2 CMC or like 2 power? What is it? With mana value. Okay, they're killing Fortune. That's fine. Sucks, but it's fine. They have another fetch land. Steam Vents. They got the whole trifecta now. They're on 8, so there's almost definitely a shadow coming down. Yep, there it is. And they've got to kill my Stoneforge. Yep, Drown the Lock. Sure thing. I kind of just want to feel the ruin. Because I kind of Ganjo this idiot. Let's Field of Ruin. Take away their Blood Crypt. Get Plains. Play Forge Tender. And pass. Spray ACV duration. Fatal Push into the exile. That sucks. Okay, they attack me for 5. That is totally okay, opponent. Expressive iteration. I suppose I'll drew them a card. Whatever. What do we get? Doggo. Okay. I'm going to Field of Ruin them again, taking away... Suppose they're red mana, right? They don't have basic mountain. They might have basic island. They do not have another basic. Okay. Doggo. Hey, the bar. Okay. Pass turn. I think I want to take this 5 so I can chump block next turn. Maybe greedy, but I'm going to cast Batterskull next turn. Ugh. Nakey Turok. Okay. Batterskull. So they have 2 cards in hand. I'm going to chump block here, and this can't really attack into my germ. Hopefully they have like Drown in the Lock, maybe. Well, they found another fetch line, so they have access to red mana again. I can survive this turn. Next turn I get to Sanctifier. They go to 5. Kroxa. Okay. They can have my Aether Vial. Ooh, Turok grows. That's fun. What else do they have here? Apparently they're paying cost for something. Fatal Push my Batterskull. Okay. Jump block. Okay. So I can play Sanctifier and hold up Factory plus a Ganjo. Seems good. This kind of stonewalls them. Alright, let's animate Factory and see if they have anything. Okay, they have Unholy Heat. So I Ganjo the Turok. Oh, that's gross that discarding a Ganjo puts a counter on it. Thankfully it still kills it. Okay, so they're dead. I believe I Batterskull here. They have no cards in hand. This is Leap. And they can't block. It's pro black. That's 6 power. I'm going to gain 6. Then I can block. Get in. Blammo. Alright. So we're currently 3-1. Let's go to match number 5 and see if we can get a 4-1. Or either way we get a positive breakout, so that's kind of cool. Let's go. Okay, match number 5. I was going to say all the biscuits. For some number of biscuits, we get to go first. That's kind of cool. Show me Aether Vial. There is no Aether Vial, but this hand is a keep. Our opponent has revealed Yorion. Ruh-roh. Can this hand beat Yorion? Kind of not. They mulligan to 6. That's kind of cool. Mulligan to 5 in a Yorion deck. A keep of 5. Play a Plains and pass. So I'm definitely playing the Stoneforge on 2. They lead Windswept Heath. Okay. So it'd be nice if I'd drawn like Caldra instead of these, because then I could shoot her up something innocuous, and maybe they leave it alone. But I'm just gonna get the Caldra here for the high upside. All right, they fetch. They get Rogran Triome. Play another Windswept Heath. Fetch again. This is gonna be a Renin Dix. No. What is this? Pending? Yeah. Sure. Silent Clearing. Do I just play out Cloud Steel Kieran? I think I kind of do. I want to hold the Lion Sash for a while if I can. There's the Ren. Yep. The next turn Lion Sash. Okay. What do I just Skyclave Ren in 6? Kind of just want to Skyclave Ren in 6. And get in for 3. What is this? Teferi? Okay. Probably bouncing Skyclave to make a token. Bouncing Cloud Steel Kieran? Okay. And bolting the Skyclave. Okay. Opponent. Flicker Wisp. Ganjo. I do just want to play that as a land, but what else do I want to do this turn? I think I just want to like play Lion Sash. Just like eat a bunch of stuff. Alright, uptick to Fairy. Sure thing. Uh-oh. Shock and Sacred Foundry. Scary. Alright, let's eat a Windswept. Let's eat a Windswept Heath. Let's eat a Skyclave Apparition. And they're probably going to Solitude me here, I would guess. Lightning Bolt. Okay. That was probably a reason to hold up that last activation. Yeah, let's just cast Solitude. And just Solitude this idiot. Alright, that worked. The opponent has 2 cards in hand. That's kind of good for us. We are going to try and kill this Teferi with our Solitude next turn. What is this? Pending for 5? There's certainly a pending for 5. Okay. Maybe I just Skyclave the Teferi now. Ooh, doggo. Yeah, let's Skyclave the Teferi. I just don't want them to be able to draw cards, you know? I could get him with Factory, but I'd rather just draw a card to try and get 7 mana for this Caldra. Okay, well, here it is. This is going to be another Teferi. Don't do it. Don't do it. You have 80 cards. Oh, it's a pending for 3. That's fine. That's fine. I'll accept these terms. It'd be nice if I could Skyclave this, huh? What do you have for 3? Are you going to just buy Yorion? Just buy Yorion. I'll accept buying Yorion. Yep, okay. So I want to take down this Abundant Growth to stop them drawing more cards. Giver Runes is cool. So let's Skyclave. Take this away from you. Maybe I just want to play Thalia. Let's play Giver. Giver can help us force through the last few points of damage, maybe. Ending for one on the Giver. Sure. Can you run out of stuff, please, opponent? Just going to be a Yorion for no value. Okay. Flicker your illusion, please. No? Okay. I tried. That was certainly an attack. I mean, they could probably race us, actually. That's why they've played the Yorion for no value. They've got no cards in hand. Come on. Just draw good for once in your fucking life. What does Flicker Wisp do for me? What does Flicker Wisp do for me? You can flicker this and attack for 5. That's not good enough. You can flicker this to draw a card. That's kind of good, actually. Start with Thalia. Wisp. Or I could just take out this. It's kind of close. Let's just take this out. So now they will attack with Yorion. It gives us a good crack back. Oh my god. The fucking card on top of the deck is Omnath. Are you kidding me? Into land to gain 4 life? Come on. Fucking Omnath. Mishra's Factory. God, I kind of just want to draw a card. But then, like, what am I drawing? I suppose anything to deal with this would be good, right? Like, even a flick was to flicker this Skyclave. But I really want to play this Keldra. I think I just lose to this stupid Omnath, so whatever. Fucking Omnath. They could have just, like, whipped. Like, if this land, you know, that they drew off the Omnath was on top of the Omnath, rather than the Omnath being on top of it. Field of Ruin? That doesn't fucking do anything. Come on. I suppose technically if they attack with Omnath, I can trade a factory for it. Right? Yeah. Guess that's what I'm doing. Or I play this. This one attack for 3. Yeah, whatever. I'm just playing the Cloud Silk Kieran. If they attack with the Omnath, they're in trouble anyway. 3 in the air. Let's go. What did you draw, opponent? Can't be that good. They're attacking with both, huh? So what's that? 8? So if they have exactly around in 6, I die. What can I attack for? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12. So, yeah, chump block with Spirited Companion. Maybe I'm meant to reconfigure this. Force them to, like, draw removal. Ugh. Another Omnath. Okay. These fucking draw steps, I swear to God. What is it? Teferi? Come on, dude. Yeah, nice. Fucking hell. These draw steps, dude. Yeah, gain 4. Sure, why not? And they can gain 4 in my turn by cracking this fetch. Come on. Eater of it. I'm on a 5. Jesus Christ. So I think my line here is Eater Virtue. Put it on the Flicker Wisp. I don't think I care about Teferi for now. This way this can trade here. Hold on. Let's play Cloud. We're playing Cloud Silk Kieran, probably. Yeah, let's play Cloud Silk Kieran. Yeah, we'll play Eater Virtue. So I put it on the Kieran because of Ren. Maybe I need to keep Kieran around because reconfiguring it means they have to draw even better than they're already drawing. This sucks. We're actually pretty close and they just ripped super fucking well. So yeah, if I don't draw land, I'm probably just reconfiguring this somewhere just to buy a turn or 2. They didn't crack the fetch for what that's worth. Okay, they're attacking, so we'll eat this chump here because I can't cast the Keldra next turn if the Thalia is in play. Okay, we killed Yorion. We now have flying on the Eater of Virtue. That's a lot, actually. That's pretty good. They must have drawn nothing, I guess. March is good. Can march the Omnath? Yeah, let's try marching the Omnath. See what happens. The fuck did they draw? Counterspell. Oh my god. Okay, so what do I do here? I just have to keep their Omnath from attacking, I guess. Okay, let's go to combat. They currently have nothing, so I think I'm willing to trade Kieran for Omnath. I'm not willing to trade Skyclave for Omnath. Yeah, let's attack like that. Kill its fairy, and put Eater Virtue here, so that this can now trade with Omnath. They still have a Windswept Teeth they can gain 4 life off. Alright, they're attacking. We'll trade. They let it happen. They don't even gain 4 off their Windswept Teeth for some reason. What is this? Stop. Opponent, please. Stop, dude. Just every time ripping Omnath. Get a tap land, so fuck me, I guess. God, I don't even want to, like... I want to go to cast this Keldra next turn. Whatever, just move the Eater Virtue here. And I'm just going to Field of Ruin the Rogren Triome, I guess. I don't know if it matters. Maybe I just want to be able to animate 2 factories. Whatever. Take down the Robin Triumph. Okay, they fetched and gained 4 for some reason. Now they get Wooburg. That doesn't seem ideal. I can't imagine they have a use for that. Okay, they have a use for that mana. I'm an idiot. Whatever. My opponent is big brain. March? Jesus Christ. Alright. So they get to threaten lethal here. I can block with Factory. I should have left the other Factory up, but I'm an idiot. Should just like tapped my flagstones. They found expressive iteration. Both. Yeah. Animate the Factory. Please don't have a removal spell. Now, this puts me dead to Ren and 6, so this is maybe wrong. But I want to cast Keldra next turn. Alright, you got it, opponent. You have a land. Fuck is this? Cycling Triome. Okay. What is this? Oh, come on! They kill my Mishra's Factory when I'm on 1? What can I do here? So I can animate Factory, kill the Ren, and then die to the Omnath? Yeah, whatever, opponent. Bullshit. So how do I sideboard? I want this Wandering Emperor. I want Forge Centers because they have Furies, and that's about it. So I suppose whatever. I think I just trim the Thalias, right? Just trim some X1s. Thalias may be okay for all their like stupid planeswalkers. Let's trim a Vile for sure. Trim a Kieran. Then I think I actually just want to trim a Giver as well. Let's try this. Play. Let's see what kind of hand we're looking at. They mulligan to 5 that game too. That's so rude. I'm gonna keep this against my better judgment. We also keep a 7. That is frightening. Let's turn 1 Factory just in case I decide not to play the Spirited Companion. Alright, they lead Flooded Strand. We draw another Plains. Okay. Let's just play the Doggo and hope they don't Ren and 6 it. Another Flick isn't the worst. Okay, Rogred Triumph. Fetch with Misty. Forest. Is this Ren? This feels like Ren. Oh, come on. I've got a handful of fucking Flicker Wisps. Whatever. They always definitely have something for my Factory, right? They're not just going to let their Ren and 6 die to a Mishra's Factory. Solitude? No Solitude? Okay. I'm okay with that then. Pretty soon we'll get to start hardcasting Solitudes. Sacred Foundry and pass? Okay, okay. That's, they shocked that in, right? The fuck does that mean? They've already got a red source here. I think I'm just going to play Flicker Wisp just to be safe. It'd be nice if this came back straight away and I could like equip Eater Virtue, but whatever. I can't imagine what that Sacred Foundry means. Mark. No? Yes? But you already had a red source. What? Why did you shock this in? I don't understand. Don't have another resist to Fairy. Okay. Bouncing Eater Virtue, I guess. Sure. This is going strangely, I want to say. I like Tech Edge. Let's get in with Factory. Do you have the Solitude now, opponent? They're fetching, so they have like a Bolt or something. Or a March. March would be gross. Don't do it. Don't do it. God damn it. Alright. Sure thing, opponent. While we're destroying each other's lands, I would like your Rogren Triumph to not exist. And I'll play an Eater Virtue and pass. Maybe that was bad. Well, they're missing a land drop, so probably not the worst. Lion Sash. I'll happily play a Lion Sash to this board. The question is if I want to equip Eater Virtue or not. I think I do. Anything that kills it anyway. Oh, what are they doing? Prismatic Ending. Fuck off. I guess I ate the Rogren Triome to stop them from drawing a bunch of cards when they find Ren and 6. Fairy ticks up and they miss a land drop again. We draw another Solitude. Okay, let's play Flicker Wisp. Whatever, flicker a land. Doesn't really matter. Move the Eater a bit. They're going to evoke a Solitude. Okay. Do I only have 3 lands? That sucks. Okay. I thought I had 4. I don't know why I thought I had 4, but I definitely thought I had... I did have 4, right? Oh, Flicker Wisp. Duh. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Don't mind me. It's my first day. It's very still ticking up. And they still don't have another land drop. They have a Codal though. That's fine. Draw me a land so I can Solitude this bitch. Okay. Stoneforge, find Keldra to force them to deal with Stoneforge. Put Eater Virtue on Stoneforge. And pass the turn. The reason I didn't get Battle Scars is because once I have 5 mana, I've got 3 Solitudes to cast anyway. Just throwing that out there. They fetch for a Steam Vents. Okay. That doesn't help your Icefang Codal any. Yep, bounce my Stoneforge. You got it. Fuck is not an Omnath. Get stuffed. And they'll find a land. Watch this. Watch this. Here comes the land. Yep, there it is. Yeah, whatever. I take one. I don't care. Draw me a land. Land. Land for my Solitudes. Please. Untapped land. Come on! Oh, I have to just pitch a Solitude, don't I? Whatever. Do I pitch Forge? I think I pitch Forge Tender. Let's get Batterskull. Stupid deck. Go away. It's Fairy Upticks, sure thing. What is this? This looks like a Solitude. Yep, Solitude, my Stoneforge. You got it. Absolute joke. Just draw an untapped land next turn, please, deck. That's all I ask of you. Untapped land. Okay, so I've got 3 cards in hand. I just have to hope they don't have something good. Let's march their Ice Fang away. And let's try and trade with their Solitude or kill their Teferi. Either option is fine. Just don't have a Lightning Bolt or a Pending for the Eater of Earth. Just don't have either of those things. Or a March. Also don't have a March. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. I'll kill a Solitude. I'm down with that. And pass. Expressive Iteration is fine. We found Temple Garden. Here it comes. Untapped. That's frightening. Oh, Eternal Witness. Getting back. Is that Ren and 6 they're getting back? Ew. Okay, you got a Ren and 6. Show me an untapped land deck, please. Untapped land. One time, one time, one time. We did it! Alright. Play the land. Get out of my draw set. Alright. Solitude, the Eternal Witness. Let's go. They have 5 cards in hand. Ugh. Eladamri's Call? Not a fan, opponent. Not a fan. Fury. Okay. Yep, you got it. You have furied me. May I have a turn now? Thank you. Get out of my upkeep. Why are you in my upkeep, opponent? What are you up to in here? Huh? They've disconnected. Alright. Well, they got 6.5 minutes on clock, so maybe we'll win because they disconnected. I will cut all this out until they're back. As I said that, they immediately rejoined. Jesus Christ. Now, one hope. Shattered. And we draw planes. It's kind of cool, actually. Let's play our Solitude. Goodbye, Fury. And equip Eater of Virtue to our Solitude to hopefully graft Lifelink onto it. And pass. Okay, bounce my Solitude. Sure thing. That just means I can replay it later. Opponent has another land. Round 6 is going up again. If I don't untapped land here, do I just Keldra? I probably just Keldra. Let's Keldra. We need to keep that Ren and 6 off ultimate, I think. Ooh, please don't Solitude me. Don't do it. Don't. Oh, Prismatic Ending. No, you can't Prismatic March, though. Fuck you, opponent. Fuck you very much. Alright, they're fetching a bunch. It's interesting. Bold strategy when they've got Omnath in their deck. Alright, ticking up and stuff. That's cool, that's cool. Let's start with a Batterskull. What is this? They just floated a bunch of mana. Okay, Solitude, sure. That's fine. Gain a bunch of life. I'm gonna second main. I'm gonna cast the Spirited. See what we draw. Mistress Factory, that's kind of cool. Let's put this Eater Virtue on the doggo. Alright, they're fetching. Alright, pass to them. So the Solitude can't attack into this, so they might need to just like down tick Ren and 6 on the companion. Or just get an emblem and cast the bolt, I guess. Alright. Oh, Eladamri's Call. Yeah, that's kind of spicy. Omnath. Okay, you have an Omnath. Lightning Bolt my Spirited. Sure. Alright, they attack with their Solitude. That is A-okay. Take up that Fairy, and it is my turn. What do we draw? Skyclave? Alright, I'm going to start with Solitude. Yeah. Counterspell? Sure. Alright, let's Skyclave this Omnath. Alright, yep, sure. Lightning Bolt there. That is fine. Get a 4/4. Attack me for 3. Okay. There are 4 cards in hand. I might be in danger. What do we get? Field of Ruin? So I can animate Factory, but then they can just like cast this bolt again. They almost definitely have lands in hand. Also, I can bounce Batterskull, replay Batterskull, but then if they deal with it, I just lose. Let's start by drawing a card. That wasn't a good draw. Let's draw again. Alright, alright. We'll take a doggo. Really? You're gonna counterspell my dog? Alright, I guess I just passed turn. Alright, they're just getting in because that is lethal. So let's animate Factory. They're just gonna bolt it and we're gonna lose. What is this? Force of Vigor? Really? Okay. We will take 7 and die. Nice. So 3 and 2 overall. Let's go to the post-league wrap-up. Alright, so we lost to 4-color bullshit. That was... God, that deck's miserable. Like, I hate it so much. It's just such a dumb deck. If you've watched my older content, like my Sun and Moon stuff, Aurora Piles was always my worst matchup for Sun and Moon. And that deck's just, that's still the same deck. Money Pile is still just Uro piles. The pile decks are just so aggravating. So what about the deck? I'm starting to like, I don't know, I still like Cave of Frost Dragon, but it's starting to like potentially get in the way. Factories were kind of nice for our aggressive plan, but also they just died a bunch. Not sure how I feel about Factory. Like, I don't think we're better off with Ghost Quarter unless we go back to Arbiter. Maybe these just should just be Urza Sagas. Maybe I should just do that. Gifts were fine. Gifts were good. Eighth Vials were good. Eater of Virtue wasn't good this league. I'll be honest. Eater of Virtue didn't do a lot for us. Lion Touch was good as always. I actually want the second one back. Spirit Companion was fine. Drew cards, but you know, wasn't crazy. You know, it was just fine. I never bought it out, so maybe I should consider boarding it out. I think I still really like the dog. Stoneforge was fine. Thalias were fine. I didn't see them much because I'm only on 3. Flickus was still pretty solid. Gladstone Kieran was fine. Like, the problem with this league is that, like, a bunch of our cards that, you know, we've been testing recently, like, all the new stuff, right? Like, the Cloud Seal Kieran, the Spirited Companions, the Eater Virtue, just didn't do a lot. Like, this wasn't their time to shine, you know? So the league felt a little worse because these weren't like pulling their weight, I don't think. Skyclave was fine. That was the issue as well. Like, so many removal heavy decks were like, you know, Omnath. We want a Skyclave and Omnath. Like, it's kind of one of the best things we can do against Omnath. And they just get a 4/4 when they kill it. It just, like, Solitudes were good. Battleskull was fine. Like, it's still so mana intensive. Like, I'd rather this just be a Lion Sash. Like, unless the life gain's relevant, which it rarely is. It was nice loading a Spirit Companion up with a Battleskull, I guess, but like that's a cool thing. But I don't know. I think just if we're doing gross things with Stoneforge, it should just always be Keldra, and then we just need like fair stuff like Lion Sash. The marches honestly didn't do a lot, and they were fine. The marches are fine. Like I was running the board before, I loved them in the board. The issue I had with them is that a lot of the matchups where I would bought into March, um, they would normally come in over some of my worst cards, like I bought out Thalias, whatever. But I didn't have stuff to board in those matchups, which sounds dumb, but like these being like a 4th Flick Wisp and like, you know, something else would have meant that I could have, you know, trimmed more Thalias in matchups where I wanted to and stuff. As for the sideboard, the Wandering Emperor, I kind of want to keep testing, but she just hasn't done anything yet. And like our deck's so kind of mana intensive already, like, and when we have been flooding, she's not enough to swing the game around. Like, that's where we want our solitudes and stuff. Like, we've already got like kind of too high a curve, which is maybe our problem here, was that like doing stuff like adding the Batterskull back in and all that just gave us too high of a curve, like without a bunch of stuff that we can't really violate that effectively. The rest of the sideboard's fine. I still kind of like what we're doing. Tempted to just go up higher on Katakis. I don't know. I have 3 lists that I'm considering for the next league. One of them is this exact same list, but like adding a 2nd Lion Sash and the 4th Flicker Wisp over these March slots, and then adding the Marches back into the board over like the rest in pieces. Although at this point, I'd want to cut the Wandering Emperor too. So I don't know quite how that would. Maybe that's a list I can play if I want to keep testing. Like, because this is the list that I feel like I want to be playing, but like, yeah, again, like I feel like some of the things aren't pulling their weight necessarily. The next list I am considering is a list with 3 Urza Saga and 4 Ghost Quarter. The Ghost Quarter is combined with Flag Sense of Trocare. It's like, you know, this is kind of what I've played before, right? Where I had like basically my color sources were kind of white sources, except for the 3 Urza Saga. It would be the difference in this list, whereas the old list was like 2 Fields of Ruin, 1 Tech Edge. And that list would be testing Esper Sentinel over the Spirited Companions, as well as a Shadow Spear over the Batterskull, and then like in these March slots would be 2 Archon of Emeria, which is the card I kind of want to test again because people keep telling me it's good, so I want to find out for myself. And then the board would be largely unchanged, but these 2 Rest in Pieces would become a Soul Guideland and a Relic of Progenitus, and this Wandering Emperor would become a Pything Needle, which is something we could have done with against all the freaking Jason Mind Sculptors we saw today. And the last list would kind of be a combination of the 2, where this slot would be Leonin Arbiter, Gerald around the 4 Leonin Arbiter, still 1 Tech Edge, 2 Field of Ruin. These factories would become Ghost Quarters. And then probably the most interesting part is that like these become paths, which like now I would be more leaning to like cutting the Batterskull and keeping the Kieran in and just like making 4 paths here. So like 4 Arbiter, 4 Path, 4 Ghost Quarter is the change for this build. for the next build. The sideboard would actually probably be unchanged, although like maybe this would become like a Phyrexian Revoker or like maybe an Aven Mind Sensor. But these recipes might also become the Marches, I'm not sure. But those are the three lists I'm looking at. So let me know if there's like any of those three that you would like to see in particular, and I might lean that direction. I've got my weekly Monton on my LGS tomorrow night, and I have absolutely no clue what I want to play because this is kind of where I was looking, was this kind of list. Again, like making my changes back, like these changes, the line session, the second line session, the fourth wisp, and the marches in the board. But this league was so mopey. I actually tried to record this league 4 times. I did the deck tech and then kept playing leagues and just like being absolutely dejected and just stopping recording and deleting everything and then like trying again the next day. So this league took a long time just because the list wasn't really playing nicely. So let me know what you think, what you'd like to see, because I think this list needs a bit of a rework potentially. Let's open our chest and see if this makes up for our terrible, terrible leagues. I don't hate Smuggle Sculptor. We'll take that. As always, thank you all for watching. Feel free to chat to me in the comments. I always try to reply to the comments. I do have the primer for mono white 60 card death taxes in the description, so feel free to check that out if you're interested. And until next time, bye-zy.